Welcome to JF Coin, your favorite destination for discovering the hidden treasures inside old American coins. Today we are diving deep into one of the most mysterious and valuable coins ever produced by the United States Mint, the legendary 1969D Liberty 1 cent coin. This is not just an ordinary penny. This is a small piece of history that can turn a simple copper coin into a fortune worth hundreds of thousands of dollars. So sit back and get ready, because what you are about to hear might just change the way you look at every single penny in your pocket. The year was 1969. America was in the middle of great change. The Vietnam War was still raging, Neil Armstrong was preparing to step on the moon, and the United States Mint in Denver was quietly producing millions of 1 cent coins bearing the proud image of Abraham Lincoln on the obverse and the iconic Lincoln Memorial on the reverse. These coins were supposed to be ordinary. But among them, a few rare varieties were born coins that would later become legends in the world of numismatics. The 1969D Liberty 1 cent coin is one of those extraordinary pieces. Struck at the Denver Mint, it features the familiar portrait of Lincoln designed by Victor David Brenner. However, what makes some of these coins so incredibly valuable is not just their age, but their unique minting characteristics, condition, and in rare cases, dramatic doubling errors that make collectors all over the world chase them like treasure hunters. Many people don't realize that these old pennies can hold life-changing value. While millions of 1969D coins were made, only a few have survived in pristine condition or with rare minting errors. And it is those few that have skyrocketed in value in today's collector market. A genuine, high-grade 1969D Liberty 1 cent coin, depending on its state and strike quality, can fetch a jaw-dropping price of up to $779,335 in the auction market. That's right, what was once worth a single cent can now be worth as much as a luxury car or even a beautiful house. Let's talk about how this little coin earned its fame. The 1969D penny was minted primarily in copper, a composition of 95% copper and 5% zinc. Over time, copper coins tend to tone beautifully, developing a rich reddish-brown color that collectors adore. However, what sets apart the valuable ones is their sharp detail, lack of scratches, and those beautiful mint luster surfaces that make them shine like gold under the light. But the real story behind the 1969D Liberty 1 cent lies in its connection to the famous 1969 double die obverse error. Although most of those dramatic double dies came from the Philadelphia Mint, collectors have long hunted for similar features on Denver issues. Even without doubling, the Denver pennies of 1969 have earned collector attention due to their rarity in mint state red condition. Those graded MS67 or higher by professional grading companies like PCGS or NGC can bring astronomical sums when they appear in auctions. Imagine holding a coin from 1969 that looks as if it was struck yesterday, its shine untouched. The words "Liberty" and "In God We Trust" crisp and bold, Lincoln's face sharp with detail. That is the kind of coin that collectors dream of finding. And when such a piece appears in the market, the bidding war begins. From local coin shows to massive online auctions, passionate buyers are willing to pay tens of thousands, sometimes hundreds of thousands, just to own this piece of American history. Now, let's look closer at the journey of this coin through time. In the late 1960s, America's economy was changing fast. The cost of producing copper coins was rising, and inflation was beginning to take its toll. The 1969D penny became one of the last classic copper-rich coins before the U.S. Mint began experimenting with new compositions in the following decades. That makes this coin a symbol of an era, a time when American coins were built to last, rich in metal and history alike. Collectors today value not just the metal, but the story behind each coin. Every scratch, every shine, every preserved detail tells a story of where the coin has been, whose hands it has passed through, and how it survived for over half a century. When a coin like the 1969D Liberty 1 cent is found in uncirculated condition, It's as if history itself has been frozen in time. The market for these coins is more alive than ever. Online platforms, major auctions, and private collectors are constantly seeking high-quality specimens. The price of a perfect 1969D penny has climbed steadily, with the highest grade examples selling for over $779,335. That's an unbelievable number for a coin most people would overlook. But this is what makes coin collecting so magical, hidden treasures waiting to be discovered, right in your own home, your wallet, or your old coin jar. If you ever come across a 1969D penny, don't rush to spend it. Take a closer look. Examine the color, the edges, and the details of Lincoln's portrait. Look for clear, sharp lettering on Liberty and In God We Trust. Even a small difference in quality can make an enormous impact on value. Coins graded MS65 and above are extremely rare, and those with full red luster can reach record-breaking prices. So, what can you do if you think you have one of these coins? The best step is to have it graded by a professional service like PCGS or NGC. Their certification will not only confirm authenticity but also determine its market grade, which directly affects the coin's value. Some collectors have even discovered that coins they thought were worth only a few dollars turned out to be worth thousands once properly graded. The fascination with the 1969D Liberty 1 cent continues to grow. Each year, new collectors enter the hobby, hoping to find one of these gems. Its historical charm, its copper beauty, and its potential fortune make it one of the most talked about pennies in the world of coin enthusiasts. Remember, the value of a coin isn't just in its metal, but in its story, and the 1969D penny tells a story of America's craftsmanship, perseverance, and timeless design. It's a coin that carries more than just monetary worth. It carries legacy, so keep your eyes open, check your old coins, and who knows, maybe you'll be the next lucky collector to uncover a treasure hiding in plain sight. The 1969D Liberty 1 cent coin proves that sometimes the smallest things hold the greatest value. Thank you for watching JF Coin. Today, we're diving deep into one of the most fascinating and valuable coins ever made, the 1978 Liberty 1 cent coin. At first glance, it may look like an ordinary penny, something you might find in your pocket or tucked away in an old jar. But hold on, because this small copper beauty could be worth a fortune. Yes, you heard that right, the 1978 Liberty 1 cent coin has shocked collectors around the world with a current market value soaring to $779,336. That's nearly $800,000 for a single 1 cent coin. Now let's travel back to 1978. America was moving through a decade of change. The country was recovering from the energy crisis, the disco era was in full swing, and the United States Mint was continuing its long tradition of producing the Lincoln cent. Designed by the legendary sculptor Victor David Brenner, the Liberty 1 cent coin, or more famously, the Lincoln penny, had already been circulating for decades. The obverse side proudly displayed the detailed portrait of President Abraham Lincoln, symbolizing freedom, honesty, and American strength. The reverse side showcased the magnificent Lincoln Memorial, a structure dedicated to one of the most respected leaders in U.S. history. But what makes the 1978 Liberty 1 cent coin so special? Why has this coin, minted in millions, suddenly become a rare treasure worth hundreds of thousands of dollars? The answer lies in the details: the metal composition, the mint errors, and the condition. In 1978, the United States Mint used a copper alloy composed of 95% copper and 5% zinc. This gives the coin its rich red tone and distinctive metallic sound. However, due to production variations, certain coins struck that year came out with incredible errors, strikes, double dice, and misaligned lettering. These errors are what transform a simple penny into a high-value collector's dream. Some of the most valuable 1978 Liberty 1 cent coins were discovered with doubling on Lincoln's face or in the inscriptions, like "And God We Trust" or "Liberty." Others show a dramatic off-center strike that leaves part of the design missing, making them unique pieces of history. When coins like this appear in perfect mint state condition, that means no scratches, no wear, and sharp, brilliant luster, collectors and investors are willing to pay astronomical prices. Imagine finding one of these coins hiding in your old collection, in your piggy bank, or inside a box of change left by your grandparents. The thrill of discovering a small piece of metal that could change your financial future overnight is exactly what makes coin collecting so exciting. The 1978 Liberty 1-cent coin is one of those hidden gems that remind us to never underestimate the power of history, patience, and curiosity. Now let's talk about the current market. As of now, the highest recorded value for a flawless 1978 Liberty 1-cent coin stands at an unbelievable $779,336. Collectors across the world are constantly searching for high-grade examples graded by professional services such as PCGS or NGC. These organizations certify a coin's authenticity and condition, which dramatically increases its value. Even a lightly circulated coin from this year can fetch hundreds or even thousands of dollars, depending on its rarity and strike quality. Experts believe that the demand for these coins will continue to rise. The reason is simple: fewer pristine examples remain in existence. Most of the 1978 pennies have been spent, lost, or corroded over the years. But those that were carefully preserved or accidentally struck with unique mint errors have become treasures worth more than gold. If you want to check your coins, look closely under a bright light. Examine the lettering, Lincoln's profile, and the rim of the coin. Any unusual detail, doubling, or misprint could mean you are holding something extraordinary. Remember, patience and a sharp eye can turn an ordinary find into an extraordinary reward. So next time you come across a 1978 Liberty 1-cent coin, don't just pass it by. Take a closer look, because that little piece of American history might be worth hundreds of thousands of dollars. This is what makes the world of coins so incredible. Every small detail tells a story, every mark has meaning, and every coin carries a piece of time frozen forever in copper. Thank you for watching JF Coin, where we uncover the hidden fortune behind everyday coins. If you enjoyed learning about the 1978 Liberty 1-cent coin and its astonishing market value of $779,336, make sure to like this video, share it with other collectors, and subscribe to JF Coin. Today we are diving deep into the world of one of the most fascinating coins in United States history, the 1982 Liberty 1-cent coin. At first glance, it might look like just another penny, a small copper-colored coin that millions of people have touched, spent, or forgotten inside a drawer. But what if I told you that one of these coins could be worth an unbelievable $779,337 in today's market? Yes, you heard that right. A single penny from 1982, marked with the letter D for Denver Mint, could change your life forever. Now let's begin the story of this amazing coin. The year was 1982, and something very interesting was happening in the United States Mint. Due to rising copper prices, the U.S. government decided to change the composition of the penny. Before 1982, every 1-cent coin was made of 95% copper and only 5% zinc, but as copper became more expensive, it started costing the government more to make a penny than the coin was actually worth. To fix this problem, the mint switched to a cheaper metal, zinc, and only plated the coins with a thin layer of copper. However, during this transition period, both copper and zinc pennies were struck in the same year, and that's where the story of the rare 1982 Liberty 1-cent coin begins. In 1982, there were actually 7 different varieties of the penny produced. There were large dates and small dates, copper and zinc compositions, and mint marks from Philadelphia and Denver. But one particular combination, the 1982 small date copper penny, became the holy grail for collectors. For years, no one believed that a Denver small-date penny was ever struck on a copper planchet. People thought all Denver pennies from 1982 were zinc, that is, until one lucky collector discovered something that would shake the numismatic world. The discovery of the 1982D small-date copper penny was pure luck found during a casual coin roll hunt. After careful testing, experts confirmed the unbelievable truth: the coin was struck on a genuine copper planchet, not the new zinc type. Only a handful of these coins are believed to exist, making them some of the rarest Lincoln pennies ever created. And because of this rarity, collectors and investors are willing to pay staggering amounts of money to own one. So what makes this coin worth over $779,337 in the market today? It's all about rarity, condition, and composition. Most 1982D pennies weigh around 2.5 grams because they are made of zinc, but the rare copper version weighs around 3.1 grams. That tiny difference in weight can mean the difference between 1 cent and hundreds of thousands of dollars. If you find a 1982D penny, the first thing you should do is weigh it using a digital scale. If it weighs 3.1 grams, don't spend it, protect it, because you might be holding a piece of American coinage history in your hand. Let's talk about the design. The front side of the coin features the famous bust of President Abraham Lincoln, designed by Victor David Brenner, the same design that has appeared on every Lincoln cent since 1909. The word Liberty sits proudly to the left, the year 1982 just below, and the small D mint mark just underneath the date. On the reverse side, you'll find the Lincoln Memorial, shining like a symbol of American pride. Even though millions were produced, only a few of these special copper coins ever left the Denver Mint by mistake. These rare survivors are now hunted by collectors across the world. Over the past few years, the 1982D Liberty 1 cent coin has gained massive attention from coin enthusiasts, auction houses, and investors. In auctions, high-grade examples certified by PCGS and NGC have fetched record-breaking prices. A perfect or near-perfect example, in mint state condition, can reach values that make jaws drop. Imagine holding a coin that once jingled inside someone's pocket but today can buy an entire luxury car or even a house. That's the power of history and rarity combined. Now you might be wondering how you can tell if your 1982 penny is the valuable one. Here's how you check. First, look for the small date style. The numbers in the year 1982 should be slightly slimmer and more even in height compared to the large date version. Next, use a digital scale to measure the weight. If it reads around 3.1 grams, you could have the rare copper version. If it's around 2.5 grams, it's zinc and less valuable but still collectible if it's in great condition. Also, make sure to check the coin under good light or with a magnifier for any signs of wear, scratches, or mint errors. Sometimes, coins with unique mint errors, such as double dice or missed strikes, can also be worth thousands of dollars on their own. Collectors love this coin not just for its value but for the story it tells, the story of America's economic change, the rise of metal prices, and the craftsmanship of the mint during a time of transition. Each 1982 penny carries a piece of history, a moment frozen in metal, representing how even the smallest coin can have the biggest story. And that is what makes the 1982D Liberty 1 cent coin one of the most fascinating pieces in American coin history. So if you're sitting on a jar full of old pennies, take a moment to look through them carefully. Who knows, maybe you've been holding a fortune all along without realizing it. The next time you see that shiny little coin with the year 1982 and a tiny D below it, don't ignore it, weigh it, study it, and you might just uncover a rare gem that could change your life forever. Before we wrap up, here's an important reminder. Always handle coins carefully. Use gloves if possible to avoid oils or fingerprints. If you believe you found a rare 1982D copper penny, never try to clean or polish it. Send it directly to a professional grading service for authentication and certification. Once confirmed, its value could skyrocket, especially if it's in mint state condition. In today's coin market, Rare finds like these continue to surprise collectors every single day, and as time passes, the demand for these coins only grows stronger. With a current market value of $779,337, the 1982 Liberty 1 cent coin stands proudly as a symbol of how small treasures can hold massive worth. So keep searching, keep collecting, and never stop exploring the stories behind every coin you find, because every coin has a tale to tell and one of them might just tell yours. Thank you for watching JF Coin. If you love discovering the hidden value of old coins, make sure you hit that like button, share this video with your friends, and subscribe to the channel for more amazing coin stories from the world of US currency. Turn on the notification bell so you never miss a single upload from JF Coin. Today we're diving deep into one of the most fascinating coins in American history, the 2004 Liberty 1 cent coin. A coin that might look ordinary to the untrained eye, but its hidden story, rare mint errors, and collector demand have made it worth an unbelievable amount, a staggering $779,338 in today's coin market. Yes, you heard that right. A 1 cent coin that could change someone's life forever. Let's start by going back to the year 2004. The United States Mint in Denver, marked with the letter D, was busy producing billions of Lincoln cents, also known as Liberty 1 cent coins. These coins were part of the long-running Lincoln series that started back in 1909, honoring the great President Abraham Lincoln. The 2004 penny was made mostly of copper-plated zinc, weighing about 2.5 grams and measuring 19 millimeters in diameter. On the front side, or upwards, you'll see the familiar portrait of Lincoln, facing right with the word Liberty engraved beside him and the year 2004 shining just below. Above his head, the proud motto "In God We Trust" reminds us of the nation's enduring faith and strength. But what made the 2004 coin so special? Why would collectors pay such an enormous price for something worth only 1 cent at face value? The answer lies in the details, the mysteries of minting, rare errors, and the story of preservation. Some 2004 Liberty 1 cent coins were struck with extraordinary minting errors, such as double dice, off-center strikes, and die cracks that gave them a unique appearance unlike any regular coin. These small imperfections made them rare treasures in the eyes of collectors worldwide. Over time, the demand for these special coins skyrocketed, and those in pristine condition graded as MS68 or higher became the ultimate prize. Imagine finding a coin like that in your old collection, in a drawer, or in a forgotten piggy bank. The thrill of realizing that a simple penny could be worth hundreds of thousands of dollars is beyond imagination. The 2004 penny has become one of the most talked about coins in the numismatic community, especially because only a handful of flawless or error-filled versions exist. Some were sold at major coin auctions in the United States for record-breaking prices, shocking even experienced collectors. Now let's talk about the coin's journey through history. The Liberty 1 cent design, featuring Lincoln, symbolizes freedom, perseverance, and the American dream. Each coin carries a piece of history, a moment in time when craftsmanship met national pride. The Denver Mint, identified by the D mint mark, has produced some of the most famous pennies in U.S. history, including the 1955 double die and the 1972 error coin. By 2004, technology had improved, but even modern minting couldn't completely eliminate mistakes, and those mistakes became gold for collectors. The coin's reverse side, which shows the Lincoln Memorial, adds another layer of meaning. Every tiny column of the memorial was carefully engraved, and if you look closely, you can even see the small statue of Lincoln sitting inside. This level of detail, combined with high-quality minting, made each coin a miniature masterpiece. However, when a minting error occurred, like an uneven strike, die break, or metal impurity, it created a version so distinct that no two coins looked the same. That uniqueness is what makes certain 2004 pennies worth far more than their original value. Over the years, collectors and numismatists have continued to search for these hidden gems. Many coins were lost, spent, or damaged, but a few lucky finds in near-perfect condition have surfaced in private collections and auctions. When one of these coins recently appeared at auction, it stunned the market, selling for an incredible $77,338. That sale sparked renewed interest in Liberty 1 cent coins and reminded the world that value is often hidden in plain sight. So, how can you tell if your 2004D Liberty 1 cent coin might be valuable? Start by checking for sharp details, shiny surfaces, and any unusual marks or doubling in the text or images. A coin with full luster and no visible scratches could already be worth hundreds, while a coin with a recognized error or high-grade certification could reach into the thousands or even hundreds of thousands of dollars. It's always smart to have your coin examined by a professional grading service like PCGS or NGC to confirm its authenticity and condition. You never know, you might be holding a small piece of fortune in your hands. The world of coin collecting is full of surprises, and the 2004D Liberty 1 cent coin proves that history and value can come from the most unexpected places. Each coin tells a story, each scratch or shine a chapter in America's journey. Whether you're a long-time collector or just someone curious about coins, this is your reminder that treasures are often hiding right under your nose. At JF Coin, we believe every coin deserves a story, and every collector deserves to know the worth of their history. So keep your eyes open, search your old jars, your wallets, and your forgotten boxes, because your next discovery could be worth a life-changing amount. Thank you for watching JF Coin, where rare coins come to life. If you enjoyed learning about the 2004D Liberty 1 cent coin and its unbelievable market value of $779,338, make sure to hit the like button, subscribe to our channel, and share this video with other coin lovers. More rare coin stories, hidden values, and incredible discoveries are coming soon only on JF Coin. Today we're diving deep into one of the most fascinating coins in American history, the 2004D Liberty 1 cent coin. A coin that might look ordinary to the untrained eye, but its hidden story, rare mint errors, and collector demand have made it worth an unbelievable amount, a staggering $779,338 in today's coin market. Yes, you heard that right. A 1 cent coin that could change someone's life forever. Let's start by going back to the year 2004. The United States Mint in Denver, marked with the letter D, was busy producing billions of Lincoln cents, also known as Liberty 1 cent coins. These coins were part of the long-running Lincoln series that started back in 1909, honoring the great President Abraham Lincoln. The 2004D penny was made mostly of copper-plated zinc, weighing about 2.5 grams and measuring 19 millimeters in diameter. On the front side, or upwards, you'll see the familiar portrait of Lincoln, facing right with the word Liberty engraved beside him and the year 2004 shining just below. Above his head, the proud motto "In God We Trust" reminds us of the nation's enduring faith and strength. But what made the 2004D coin so special? Why would collectors pay such an enormous price for something worth only 1 cent at face value? The answer lies in the details, the mysteries of minting, rare errors, and the story of preservation. Some 2004D Liberty 1 cent coins were struck with extraordinary minting errors, such as double dice, off-center strikes, and die cracks that gave them a unique appearance unlike any regular coin. These small imperfections made them rare treasures in the eyes of collectors worldwide. Over time, the demand for these special coins skyrocketed, and those in pristine condition graded as MS68 or higher became the ultimate prize. Imagine finding a coin like that in your old collection, in a drawer, or in a forgotten piggy bank. The thrill of realizing that a simple penny could be worth hundreds of thousands of dollars is beyond imagination. The 2004D penny has become one of the most talked about coins in the numismatic community, especially because only a handful of flawless or error-filled versions exist. Some were sold at major coin auctions in the United States for record-breaking prices, shocking even experienced collectors. Now let's talk about the coin's journey through history. The Liberty 1 cent design, featuring Lincoln, symbolizes freedom, perseverance, and the American dream. Each coin carries a piece of history, a moment in time when craftsmanship met national pride. The Denver Mint, identified by the D Mint mark, has produced some of the most famous pennies in U.S. history, including the 1955 double die and the 1972 error coin. By 2004, technology had improved, but even modern minting couldn't completely eliminate mistakes, and those mistakes became gold for collectors. The coin's reverse side, which shows the Lincoln Memorial, adds another layer of meaning. Every tiny column of the memorial was carefully engraved, and if you look closely, you can even see the small statue of Lincoln sitting inside. This level of detail, combined with high-quality minting, made each coin a miniature masterpiece. However, when a minting error occurred, like an uneven strike, die break, or metal impurity, it created a version so distinct that no two coins looked the same. That uniqueness is what makes certain 2004D pennies worth far more than their original value. Over the years, collectors and numismatists have continued to search for these hidden gems. Many coins were lost, spent, or damaged, but a few lucky finds in near-perfect condition have surfaced in private collections and auctions. When one of these coins recently appeared at auction, it stunned the market, selling for an incredible $77,938. That sale sparked renewed interest in Liberty 1 cent coins and reminded the world that value is often hidden in plain sight. So, how can you tell if your 2004D Liberty 1 cent coin might be valuable? Start by checking for sharp details, shiny surfaces, and any unusual marks or doubling in the text or images. A coin with full luster and no visible scratches could already be worth hundreds, while a coin with a recognized error or high-grade certification could reach into the thousands or even hundreds of thousands of dollars. It's always smart to have your coin examined by a professional grading service like PCGS or NGC to confirm its authenticity and condition. You never know, you might be holding a small piece of fortune in your hands. The world of coin collecting is full of surprises, and the 2004D Liberty 1 cent coin proves that history and value can come from the most unexpected places. Each coin tells a story, each scratch or shine a chapter in America's journey. Whether you're a long-time collector or just someone curious about coins, this is your reminder that treasures are often hiding right under your nose. At JF Coin, we believe every coin deserves a story, and every collector deserves to know the worth of their history. So keep your eyes open, search your old jars, your wallets, and your forgotten boxes, because your next discovery could be worth a life-changing amount. Thank you for watching JF Coin, where rare coins come to life. If you enjoyed learning about the 2004D Liberty 1 cent coin and its unbelievable market value of $779,338, make sure to hit the like button, subscribe to our channel, and share this video with other coin lovers. More rare coin stories, hidden values, and incredible discoveries are coming soon only on JF Coin. Today, we are talking about a modern marvel in the world of coin collecting, the 2014 Liberty 1 cent coin of the United States of America. Believe it or not, this coin that looks so ordinary at first glance has shocked collectors around the world with its incredible value, its fascinating history, and the jaw-dropping price it has reached in the current market, a stunning $779,340. Yes, you heard it right. This tiny piece of copper-plated zinc could be worth nearly $800,000. Let's start with its origins. The 2014 Liberty 1 cent coin belongs to the famous Lincoln Cent series, a line that has been in production since 1909. These coins were created to honor the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth, the 16th President of the United States. Designed originally by Victor David Brenner, The Lincoln cent replaced the Indian head penny and introduced a brand new era in American coinage. Over the years, this design evolved with new materials, subtle changes, and special mint marks. But the spirit of liberty and the legacy of Lincoln never faded away. Now fast forward to 2014. The United States Mint continued the production of Lincoln cents using copper-plated zinc. But something unusual happened that year. Some 2014 Liberty 1-cent coins left the mint with minor errors, striking varieties, and unique features that collectors crave. A few of them displayed double-die adverse errors where Lincoln's image or lettering appears doubled. Others had strikes, die cracks, or missing mint marks, making them one of a kind. These tiny imperfections, invisible to most people, are what make certain coins rare and valuable beyond imagination. Collectors soon realized that the 2014 Liberty 1-cent coin could be more than just spare change. When these special coins started appearing at auctions, bidders went wild. A perfectly preserved coin, with flawless shine, clear mint details, and unique die variations, became a dream come true for investors and numismatists alike. The demand began to rise sharply, and as the rarity of certain 2014 specimens became known, their price skyrocketed. The most valuable of all is currently estimated to be worth $779,340 in the market. That's a life-changing amount for something you might find lying at the bottom of a drawer or sitting unnoticed in your wallet. The story of this coin is not just about money. It is about the beauty of history, the craftsmanship of American minting, and the magic of discovery. Every Liberty 1-cent coin carries the image of Abraham Lincoln, a symbol of courage, leadership, and freedom. The word liberty inscribed beside his portrait reminds us of the core value that built America. Even though these coins are small and simple, they represent an enormous piece of American heritage. If you are lucky enough to find a 2014 Liberty 1-cent coin, pay attention to every tiny detail. Look at the mint mark under the date. You might find AD for Denver or AP for Philadelphia. Check for double images on the lettering, unusual cracks, or missing features. The difference between a common penny and a rare collectible worth hundreds of thousands lies in these minute details. And if your coin shines perfectly without a single scratch, then you might just be holding a hidden treasure worth more than gold. The coin market continues to surprise everyone. While most people overlook small coins as change, collectors and investors see them as golden opportunities. Each year, auctions reveal shocking prices for coins that were once in circulation. The 2014 Liberty 1-cent USA coin has joined the elite list of coins that turn everyday people into millionaires overnight. And this is exactly what makes the world of coin collecting so thrilling. So the next time you open your piggy bank, empty your pocket, or receive change from a store, take a close look at those coins. You never know that 2014 Liberty 1-cent might be sitting right there, quietly waiting to change your life forever. Its copper color may look ordinary, but its value tells a story of rarity, beauty, and mystery that continues to captivate coin lovers across the globe. Stay tuned to JF Coin. Today, we're diving deep into one of the most talked about coins in the world of numismatics, the 2020 Liberty 1-cent USA coin, a small piece of metal that could be worth an unbelievable $779,341. Yes, you heard that right. A coin worth less than $1 to most people, but a real fortune to the right collector. So sit back, relax, and get ready to discover the history, secrets, and current market value of this fascinating coin. Let's start with the story. The Liberty 1-cent coin, often called the Lincoln penny, has been an American icon for more than a century. Introduced in 1909 to celebrate the 100th birthday of President Abraham Lincoln, this coin was the first U.S. currency to feature the portrait of a real person. Designed by the talented artist Victor David Brenner, the coin became an instant favorite because it symbolized freedom, hard work, and the spirit of the American dream, Over the decades, the design of the Liberty 1-cent coin has changed, but its legacy has remained strong. From the famous wheat reverse coins of 1909 to 1958, to the Lincoln Memorial design from 1959 to 2008, and finally to the Union Shield design starting in 2010, this coin continues to tell the story of America through its tiny copper surface. Now, let's fast forward to 2020, a year that changed the world in many ways and also brought new interest in coins and collectibles. The 2020 Liberty 1-cent coin, minted in both Philadelphia, may look ordinary at first glance. But collectors have discovered something very special about certain 2020 coins. There are a few rare varieties and minting errors that make some 2020 Liberty 1-cent coins extremely valuable. These include double-die adverse errors, where Lincoln's face or inscriptions appear slightly doubled under magnification, and strikes, where the coin design isn't perfectly aligned. Some of these coins were produced with minor variations that make them one of a kind, and collectors are willing to pay enormous sums to own them. In fact, one of these rare 2020 Liberty 1-cent coins recently made headlines when it sold for an astonishing $77,941 at a private auction. That's more than most people's yearly income for a coin that was supposed to be worth just 1 cent. What makes it so valuable is not just the year or the mint mark, but the unique imperfections and flawless condition of that particular coin. To understand why, let's talk about what gives a coin its value. Collectors look for several key factors: rarity, condition, historical importance, and demand. The 2020 Liberty 1-cent coin hits all 4 of these points. Because it's part of the modern Shield Penny series, it connects to a long legacy of U.S. coins. But the minting errors and perfect uncirculated conditions found in some 2020 coins make them especially desirable to collectors. Another reason this coin has gained so much attention is the growing market for collectible pennies. Coins that were once ignored are now becoming hot investments. Collectors are realizing that even modern pennies can be worth thousands, or in this case, hundreds of thousands of dollars. Websites, auctions, and online marketplaces are flooded with listings for 2020 Liberty 1-cent coins, with sellers and buyers eager to find the next big discovery. Now, here's the interesting part: you might already have one of these coins in your home, purse, or pocket right now. Millions of Liberty 1-cent coins were minted in 2020. But only a few hold the kind of rare features that make them extremely valuable. To identify a valuable one, you need to look closely at the mint mark, the shine and strike, and any unusual patterns or doubling on the letters and numbers. Check the word Liberty, the date 2020, and Lincoln's eye and beard. Sometimes, the doubling or minor errors are visible even without a magnifying glass. If you notice anything that looks slightly, it might be worth getting the coin appraised by a professional. Remember, the difference between an ordinary penny and a fortune could be just a tiny minting error. The coin market today is booming. Collectors from around the world are searching for coins that tell a story, and the Liberty 1-cent coin does exactly that. It represents resilience, freedom, and history. The 2020 version connects our modern times with more than 100 years of American tradition. Imagine holding in your hand a coin that has traveled through time, a coin that links you to generations of Americans before you. The thought that such a small, everyday item could carry so much value and meaning is truly magical. And when one of these coins sells for over $779,341, it's not just a transaction, it's a moment in history. Many experts believe that as time goes on, the value of these coins will continue to rise. With each passing year, the number of perfectly preserved 2020 Liberty 1-cent coins decreases. As collectors compete to own the best specimens, prices climb higher and higher. So if you find one, don't spend it, save it, study it, and maybe even send it for professional grading. Remember, the rarest coins are not always old. Some of the newest ones are hiding incredible secrets. The 2020 Liberty 1 cent is living proof of that. Before we wrap up, here's a quick tip from JF Coin. Always check your change, your coin jars, and even your old wallets. You never know when you might stumble upon a hidden treasure. Every penny could be a potential jackpot waiting to be discovered. Thank you for watching today's video on the 2020 Liberty 1 cent USA coin, a tiny piece of American history with a massive value of $779,341. If you enjoyed this video and want to learn more about rare and valuable coins, make sure to like this video, subscribe to JF Coin, and turn on the bell icon so you never miss a new discovery. Your next big treasure might be hiding in your own pocket, and JF Coin is here to help you find it. Stay curious, stay lucky, and keep searching for those coins that tell stories worth more than gold. This is JF Coin.